welcome to episode 36 of the AdoreKnit Podcast. I'm your host, Steph, also known as the Knitting Samurai on Ravelry and AdoreKnit Steph on Instagram. So, as you can see, this is not the usual recording place. I typically like to record at home, in my studio, or out in the yard. Those are my favorite choices, sometimes the kitchen. But this is the fourth day this week I tried to record, and it's gonna happen today, come hell or high water. So to make it happen, I am in the car. I've just run a couple errands, and there are no boys to interrupt me. It's just hard to find private space to yourself during COVID times. So it is a super gray day here. I hope it is bright enough with the skylight. Maybe I should open it. Let's open it, see if that makes it. Oh, look, it's even brighter. Okay, so let's see. I've got a couple finished objects. I've got some acquisitions. I have 2 whips. There'll be a shop update and a prize drawing. So in some order, those things will happen in this episode. So before I forget, the winner of the AdoreKnit gift certificate, a $10 gift certificate to the shop for the month of August. We're always a little behind over here. It was, I have it on a paper. Oh, I know where that paper is. I know. It's on the back of my grocery list. So we had entries, 37 entries that are tagged either hashtag AdoreKnits, or they have personally tagged me on Instagram. This is an Instagram prize drawing. The winner was number 4, which is, I believe, Kathy Makes Stuff. I'll put a picture up of the beautiful hat that she was working on. So thank you, Kathy, for participating, and PM me and I will give you a coupon code. So there's that. Next up, I had a crazy idea. We're going to get all the shop stuff out of the way, and then we'll go into knitting. I thought that, the Halloween Advent Halloween Club calendars went out this past week. So that was 13 days of Halloween, 13 days of stitch markers, and we offer them now for Halloween, Christmas, and we have a Harry Potter one coming. Well, it's available now for March of next year. And I thought, these are so much fun to make, and I know part of why people enjoy them is getting a little present to open, and really the only thing that holds me back from shipping them more frequently, say like a monthly thing, is the shipping cost. So I did some figuring on what I could possibly, as low as I could get it, and we're gonna offer a marker of the month club. So it comes out to, I think, about $11 for a full set of stitch markers and progress keepers, and the club has the option of with goodies or without goodies. You buy it in 3-month intervals, so 3 months at a go, and you'll get 3 different shipments. What else did I want to say? And the theme can either be, you could go with our seasonal theme, so it'll be some holiday mixed in there, or you can go with fantasy theme, so like wizards and mystical creatures and elves and dwarves, and just, I'm really excited about the fantasy one and seeing what I can come up with for really cool enamel charms for that. So that's my goal. The custom charm that I did, custom pigskin party logo for this year, has been very well received, and so I think I can figure out a way to get more of those and do more exclusives. So look for that in the future. So there's that. The only thing that really holds me back is knowing how many will sell, and since it's a pre-order or pre-sale, this will give me a better idea of how many monthly markers I'll have going. So, and I say you have to have shop by the 25th so that I can ship it on the 1st of the next month. So that's the shop stuff. There are also some new markers in the shop for the month of, what month are we in? Well, we just finished September, so I'm gonna include those right here. Hey, so this is what has been added to the shop this month. I mentioned it earlier, but I thought I'd just give you a little more details on the Progress Keeper and stitch markers each month. So this is the fantasy marker set. These are some of the ideas we had: mythology, Lord of the Rings, elves, Harry Potter, magic, Witcher, dragons, things like that. You would obviously choose your marker size that you most prefer, and then you can purchase 3 months, and those would be the months, or 6 months, which would get you January and then a February delivery, etc., etc. We have the choice of either goodies or no goodies. And then here are the options. So no goodies for 3 months is $39, and goodies for 3 months is $45. And this would include 3 separate packages, one arriving on the first of the month for each month purchased. If fantasy markers aren't really your thing, we're also doing a seasonal themed monthly marker set. And so here you can see seasons, holidays, that type of stuff. Again, 3 months or 6 months or 12 months are available, and you can choose your marker size as well as the level you would like, so goodies or no goodies. And the pricing structure is very similar. In fact, it's the same. 3 months, no goodies, $39. 3 months with goodies, $45. And again, these are some ideas based on sets that we've previously had in the shop of what you can expect. So moving into project bags. First up are some new Notions pouches. These are new Harry Potter themed ones, bags to come soon, and Deathly Hollows. This is just a fabric I absolutely love, so we're going to get some 6 pockets of that soon. The Woodland Gnome Forest bags, we've expanded that collection, so now we have a larger size with the green bottom and green handle, as well as the animals on their own, if that's your cup of tea. And what kind of knitting shop would we be without more Halloween goodies? So these are our spooktacular bags. We have these in the day-to-day, equator, and the Everest size. So nice big bags there. And this marker set was designed to match the bag. That's available. Happy football and fall, y'all. I love that one. And then we have Halloween hippos in costumes. They're all dressed up like little superheroes. So first there's Superman, and then there's Batman. I'm Batman. Next is Captain America, and he's got a little pumpkin to go with him. And lastly is Spider-Man wearing a little blue jacket. I like that set the best, actually. Now let's talk Pigskin Party exclusives. So this is for the Down Cellar Studios podcast knit along that runs through football season. This year we're offering 2 different sets. They both include an acorn and a leaf, and then you can choose to add on the Pigskin Party keeper as well. So there's the green option with the lady knitting, and then there's the brown option with the little child feeding the rabbit. And lastly, they're kind of on their own. We have this redesigned cat marker set. Thanks for watching. Now, on to the podcast good stuff. So first, I will show you my vote hat. Yes! This was my first Pigskin Party cast on, so you know that's hosted by the Down Cellar Studios podcast. And if you want to go sign up, like Elisa, I would love it if you go and join. And it's never too late to join. Jen has said that. And if you tell me you joined, I get extra points for drafting you. So, but this hat is the orange vote hat. It's a free pattern, and it's by cjknit.org. So I believe this was, I'm not sure when it's called the orange vote hat, and so I'm thinking that's connected to some nonprofit organization. It doesn't say, it just says hashtag Wear Orange, March for Our Lives. I think that's related to the young people. Yeah. So that I didn't knit an orange hat. I knit a hat in some Lana Grossa that I had lying around that I'm not a big fan of. I've probably had it for 12 years, I think, when I looked. It's been a really long time. And then I had some leftover Cascade. It's a silk blend, single ply, worsted weight yarn. I mean, come on. That's like, please pill. Right there. That is inexperienced shopper finds beautiful slate blue colored yarn and wants it. So she buys it, but then realizes that single ply is not great for accessories that are going to get high friction. So I think it'll be good on the top of a hat. It's not going to be rubbed up against things. I was a little worried about how itchy this could be. I did make the hat, I think 12 stitches, 10 stitches. I made it a few stitches bigger. I think I did 110, but I went down in needle size, so they kind of offset each other. It's not itchy at all. It's fine. The yarn is a Lana Grossa. It's called Big Merino. Super thin, super fine. So I'm thinking this is a German by the translation. 100% virgin wool, 50 meters. It's an old discontinued yarn. I'm gonna bet that I got this at Webb's, knowing me. So I finished this. Yay! It was my first finished project. I did it in like 5 days, which was slower than it should have been, but that's what it took. I also finished my September Desert Vista Dye Works socks. So you could see them right here. This is Wisteria Way in her Vizio base. I don't even know. Oh wait, I can look. Vizio has, it's a 75-25 merino nylon sock. Oh, we're blowing out there. That's a little bit better. So this is the slip stitch pattern by Maison de, I'll link it. Anyways, this is my 4th or my 5th pair of these, and I love them. I would knit another pair in a heartbeat. I did go up. Instead of, I normally knit 64 stitches on a size 0. I am a loose knitter, so that works for my size 11 feet. But I did, instead of 32 on the top, I did 36 on the top, and then up the leg I did 72. So that, because the slip stitches do make it a little more snug. These fit perfect. I'm not crazy about the way the colors went through here. I was trying not to do color management, and you know how I am. It's really hard for me not to do that. So I ended up with a green line, a dark green line on that one, but not on this one. They're not for me. So it's okay. They don't have to be perfectly matched. I'm not gonna see them. So these are done. Yay! So September, that is 9 months finished. Yay! I love this knit along. It's so wonderful. And because I'm gonna show you some additions, because I have been corrupted by Susan, I fell down hard on her 60 colorways in 60 days for her birthday. And so I ordered a lot of skeins during that time. And then I had my 30% off coupon for the 3 months. So things have been just coming in a lot, and that's okay. So this colorway right here that you have not seen before, and is so beautiful, is called X-Files. But I was seeing more of a St. Patrick's Day knit out of this one. So there's that one. This one is called Ireland. So she sees it as St. Patrick's-y as well. I don't know how many stripes. I mean, it says it on the listings, but I don't know right now. And then this one is Norwegian Sea. So I've been admiring this one. I really like the picture she used for inspiration for this. So it's a fun knit along. It's easy. You're gonna knit the socks anyways, so just do it. So all three, well, at least these two could count for Christmas sock knitting this year. So maybe November and December, right there. We'll see. 2 whips to share with you. So during the pigskin party, it started on September 25th, and I finished those socks, so they're off my needles, but only new projects count for this knit along. You can't use whips. So I'll have a few hibernating projects, to say the least. But I have started my October socks, so here you go for my DVD knit along. This colorway is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I've never seen the movie, so I don't know if I'm promoting something super scary or whatnot, but it is very autumnal to my eye, like the orange, gold, dark red colors. And I am doing a Knitters Brewing Company pattern. She is a Pro Shop sponsor. The pattern for this lovely sock is Scraptastic, I think. It's a free pattern. So, and I could tell you that as far as I've gotten, where are you? Over here. This is definitely going to be another one of those very simple, mindless knits that I could see myself knitting 3 or 4 times just because I'm enjoying it. Now, the sock itself, the colors, are they not beautiful? Ooh, that teal. Ooh, that's my color. So these are going to be for me, for sure. I don't know if you could tell, but airplane. This is a charcoal black, a beautiful teal, that's my teal, a bright aqua, and then the red, orange, gold. So very pretty, very fun, and of course that is one of the stitch markers for the fall in the shop. I think we're actually sold out of that one. So sorry, I wanted it. Sometimes I don't show everything. I mean, sometimes I keep things for myself, like a Grinch and that one. But we do have more Grinch. Okay, lastly, I don't have it here. I think it's Twisty something, I'll put it. The designer of this is also a Pigskin Party sponsor. Not sure if she's a pro or if she's a Snack Shack sponsor. I talked to Wendy of Knitters Brewing Company this morning, and she's a Pro Shop. I just double checked it. So that's even better. This one is Kate Carter Evans. Oh, maybe it was Kate. Somebody isn't a Pro Shop sponsor. I know that. I was so confused. All right, anyways. This is, I thought I had 2 skeins of this yarn to begin with, and I thought since I used like 1 full skein and 5 yards of the second skein to finish up, I might as well use the rest of the second skein and make some make some fingerless mitts to match. It feels okay now. I was knitting on this and watching Cold Case Files because it's on Netflix, and I think I've seen all of Forensic Files. I've become quite a, I don't know. I don't know why that's of interest to me right now. It's never been before. Usually I'm so much of a scaredy cat I can't watch things like that, but maybe because we're all home all the time I feel safe. Anyways, so I was working on this while I was binging a few episodes of that, and it felt really tight. It doesn't feel tight now, so maybe I was just tight knitting. This hat is knit on 6s and 7s, so it's a pretty loose gauge. Can you tell if I put my head close? The fingerless mitts, although both were for worsted weight yarn, these are knit on size 3s. So they have, let's see, can you see it? A really cool cable detail. And as I was knitting it, that doesn't help. I've done the cable twists twice now. I was certain that these were gonna have to be gifted to someone else, which is kind of like, defeats the point of knitting to match. But that felt okay on my wrist. So, I don't know. Yeah, my ring. Okay, let me try it again. Yeah, it feels okay. I did add stitches in on the second twist. I added a second purl in between where you cross. I don't think I'm giving anything away if I say that I added another purl. But, yeah. So, we'll see. I'm going to keep going. Easy peasy knit, like the row you cable requires attention, but then the next 10, 12 rows, no attention, just following pattern. So can't complain about that if you like easy knitting like I do. So there's that. Future plans. I spent some time and I put everything that I wanted to knit at the top of my queue. Like, here are 9 patterns that I'm planning on knitting during the pigskin party, that these patterns will count towards points. I might put that picture up. But this was one of those hats. I want to get the Black Lives Matter mitts on the needles I think they're Stranded Knitting, not in Tarja. Not sure. I want to get those on the needles, and then I want to get the Empowerment shawl knit, which is, or maybe it's a cowl. It's very small, so it should be pretty straightforward and quick. So those are the next 2 things I think I'll be casting on. Yeah, and then I think there were a couple other fingerless mitts and hats, if I'm remembering right, because during Pigskin Party, which runs from the start of football season, so usually the beginning of September, through, it was a little later this year, through the Super Bowl, the end of February, or the beginning of February, whatever, it's like a 5-month knit along, and the reward is, or you earn more points for smaller projects, typically. There's some math thing, and I really appreciate the lady who did a bunch of examples for me of, if you knit 3 projects that are 40 yards, here's how many points you earn. If you knit 4 projects that are 30 yards each, here's how many points. So she gave me a really good idea of, there is a sweet spot, and if I knit all projects of that size, then I can maximize my points, because that's the point of the knit along. And Jen always has amazing prizes. So I think last fall I won one for the pigskin party, and it was like $100 value of stuff. It was very exciting. And the splash pad party, I think I won another $40 worth of stuff. So and she has so many people that donate and participate that it's definitely worth going for it. So you're gonna hear me talk about it for a while, because I am a pro shop sponsor. The AdoreKnit Etsy shop is, and I really love participating. So go team No Drama Llamas. I'm on team number 5. So all right, I think that's all I have for you. I would like to record a little more often, and knitting these smaller projects may help me do that. But then again, the boys are very loud, and so that may counteract. We are still waiting for our Chromebooks. It's like 3 weeks. It's gonna be next week, apparently. So yeah. So Roland has the new computer, Tristan has the old computer, Mommy has no computer. And it's really not fair that, they get an hour for lunch and I'm racing in there, stealing the computer, being like, don't talk to me, I have to get work done. Or when they're done school at 2:30, I'm like, don't talk. Like, I don't like that. I want to be able to work when they're working and be with them when they're free. So Roland started a tabletop flicky football league for our family, so we're having all kinds of games and playoffs, and that's been fun. I'm trying to think what else. I wrote a little list. Zim! You guys, we got Azymondias. That's what we named our kitten. He's adorable. He was like the perfect addition to our family. It took Aphrodite about 36 hours. She was fine with him, like whatever. She was super mad at me, even though I didn't touch him for like a week. I purposely ignored the adorable kitten and gave her extra love and extra attention. She was like, how dare you? So it took 36 hours for her to let me even pet her. And then I want to say it took another week before we got back into our rhythm of, I get in bed and then she jumps up next to me and lays on, she puts her front paws on my leg and she purrs and I pet her. So we're back to our normal routine. And then Azymondias, which I know it's a mouthful to say, But the show Dragon Prince is super cute. It's a cartoon. If you have kids, I suggest you watch it with them. But anyways, I think maybe I explained his name. I don't know. But we wanted a cool name that would fit with Aphrodite. And even though Azymondias is not a Greek god, it sounds highfalutin. So, but we just call him Zim, or Duke Zimmington, or Zimmy Zim, or Zimmy. I call him Zimmy sometimes. So he's super adorable. He has giant feet. His Devon Rex kittens lose their coat at 3-4 months old. Like, they just shed their baby coat and then their real coat comes in. And so his coat is slowly coming in, and it's fun to see. Yeah, and he's chill and she's chill, and they hang out together, and it's like the easiest acquisition of my life. So, yeah, it's fun to have him around. And the boys have been good with him. I did have to give Tristan a bit of a talking to that, when I was a kid, I picked up a kitten way too much. Is that too loud? I picked up our cat, our Siamese little girl, all the time. Okay. And she hated me. And I think I was like 4 or 5 when we got her. So Tristan's 6. But, that kid grab of like under the belly, it doesn't feel good. And Zim was crying every time Tristan picked him up. He wasn't fighting him. He was just like, meow. So Tristan is on a no chasing Zim and no picking up Zim hiatus until Monday. It is currently Friday. So let's give Zim some time to see if he's okay with it. Give him a bit of a break from that. So, yeah, he's been the big excitement. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. We haven't really gone anywhere. Yeah, football started. So we did have my best friend Lauren over for the Patriots game. And it was a masked event, because we're trying to see how comfortable we are. And I cleaned the downstairs bathroom for her, and we all went upstairs, and she went downstairs and she cleaned it behind herself, like Cloroxy. And yeah, it's different, like we all had straws for our drinks, and she sat in a specific chair that I had Lysoled, and then I Lysoled afterwards. And at halftime we all went outside because we wanted a mask break. So I don't know if we're good with this, if this is how we have to watch football. We talked about maybe going out to their they have an old farm, and there's a barn, and they have a projector, so we might go out there and watch a game in the barn, because it's more open and less confined than my living room. But we'll see. We all agreed it went pretty well, so maybe that's how we'll. So I thought it might be fun to do this episode in a video vlog format. So that's what I'm going to do. Day in the life, right, Tris? Ta-da! Hey, so this is me post-run driving, but I could still talk while I drive, right? So Roland and I have been doing the Couch to 5K for almost 2 months now. And we're up to the point where we're running for 25 minutes straight. Although we're supposed to, but I have a harder time than he does. He adjusted really well. Like the first day of running, it's like a minute and then 30-second rest intervals. And it was torturous for him to do that. And now he could run for, I don't know, way more than 25 minutes. So I'm really pleased for him and for me. Like, this is good physical activity for me to get this time of year, just to get this quarantine time, because I am so missing my pool, my real pool, not the kiddie pool we had. Yeah, so I ran this morning, and I have to tell you that he said his ankle hurt and he didn't want to go, and I've had the fights of, it's too early, I don't want to go for a run, because we need to go at 6:30 in order, 6:30, 6:45, in order for him to have time to get back, shower, breathe for a few minutes, and then start school. So I didn't want to have the fight this morning, and he didn't come with me. And man, it was a lot less stressful because I spend most of the run being like, don't get too far away from me, Roland. Either behind me or in front of me, or just running by myself was kind of nice. But I'm stuck at that, like I get to 17 minutes, I know that's about 3.5 songs, and then my feet, my legs, like I just get so tired and I slow way down. It's quite annoying. It's like I can't even pick up my foot one more bit, so I just need to push past that. I think, here's my idea. We have listened to, and Steve's read his books, Jocko Willick, and he's a former Navy SEAL, super motivational speaker guy. And he has these like 45-second, 1 minute, he has a whole disc. It's available on Amazon Prime. I think maybe Steve bought it, but he has a whole disc of little pep talks, like get out of bed right now. Like it's just, and he's got this really deep gravelly voice, and he's like a drill sergeant. It's kind of scary. So I think I'm gonna add a couple of those into my playlist because I just have it do random. So when my legs are feeling heavy and tired, if I hit one of those, it'll help. So that's my goal, because I remember I do well when I have someone pushing me. So when I was in high school and I did a ton of Taebo with Billy Blanks, you remember those VHS cassettes? Anyways, I did a ton of Taebo, and I did it with him being like I could still hear some of the things he would say in my head, keep going. It's easy to go hard at the beginning, but you keep going hard till the end, and just like all these things. So, and then with swimming, it's not just swimming, it's water aerobics, and I want to please the instructor, so I push myself to go further. When I'm out there running by myself, I don't have anyone to please, And when, in the past, when I've done Couch to 5K, Steve ran every day with me, like he'd do his run, and then he'd come back and run with me. And he would push me, so I need to be responsible and push myself, or get Jocko to do it. So that's my goal, and that's all I wanted to share. Hi! So it's lunchtime, and I did some shipping this morning like I intended. It's really bright outside. Sorry to be so squinty at you. I'm gonna do some knitting outside. I came out to do this, and I thought I would share it with you. So this is my first pigskin party cast on. It is for the Orange Vote hat by cjknits.org. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And yeah, the main detail of it is that it's a vote. It is written across the top. So I have done my ribbing, and I'm about to switch up to larger needles. I'm using some Deep Stash, some Lana Grossa. Gross? I think it's just gross. But anyways, it's not gross yarn, it's fine yarn. Yeah, I'm using that, and I've got my Pigskin Party progress keeper on there. If I hold still, will it focus? Maybe not. Anyways, so yeah, I got my needle case. This is my Knit Picks case. I keep a nail file and stitch markers in it. It's very full. Lots of cables. I try to store the cables by size in little pouches. Just helps me that way. And then of course all my interchangeables are sorted by size. So I'm gonna do this now. I will show you how far I get later on. Okay, bye. I did add stitches to this hat because I am generally a loose knitter. No, I added stitches because I have a big head. And I'm generally a loose knitter, so I went down a needle size from what the pattern called for. I added, this is an interchangeable. I added, I think, 8 extra stitches into the ribbing, and then, yeah, so we'll go from there. Okay, there's a 16-incher. Is that a crow?
running.
Why?
Well, I don't know.
I am the main character.
You're gross. I'm embarrassed.
You're the one that's filming. And you don't have to. You're filming for no good reason, so I'm turning it off.
It's a perfectly good reason. Why are you raking?
Oh, I want to make a leaf pile.
A leaf pile.
Well, it's not enough shit, but I just like to see how we go leaf pile with all these leaves.
That's lovely.
And then and then this tree isn't done up.
No,
Falling leaves, so I can keep on making it.
definitely not done.
What?
It's definitely not done losing leaves.
Nope.
It's the biggest tree in our yard, but he's got a friend over there too. Got a lot of big old trees.
It's just nice to sit and catch up and have a little chat, and I feel like it's a decent length episode with some knitting content. Yeah. So if I don't see you before it's time, I've mailed in my absentee ballot. Have I mailed it in? I know I filled it out. Maybe Steve mailed it in. I need to find out. If you haven't yet, do the thing. Julie, do the thing. So, yeah. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Stay safe, stay well. Mwah. Bye.